Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I let things sit around too long and they get rusty. If you want to see how I do it, make sure you stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back to the bench. So, like I said, I'm going to start rusting all this stuff. Now, as you see, I've painted the engine and the transmission, painted the frame or the wheels, and painted the frame. Now, of course, everything was salted like I was showing in the last video, and it's hard to see, but as you can see, some of the paint is still flaking, and I wanted to leave it like that. This way, gives it a little more realism. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in there with some Vallejo stuff here. I've got the dark rust, right? I've got the Vallejo RAL 2010. This here is the orange rust, right? I've also got this here, which is light rust 301. And I've got the wash, the 74.505. I'm not sure why they do this with the point numbers, but whatever. That's what they got, and that's what I'm using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some of my fine-tipped brushes and stuff like that. The ones I use for doing acrylics, because I've got some for acrylic and some for oil. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with the light rust, or the orange rust, right? The lightest color. And I'm going to work towards darker from there. So I'll do this one, leave a little bit of the edge. I'll do it with this one here, the light rust. Then I'll come back in, and the very end of it kind of thing will be the dark rust. So the very middle of it, where it's the most rusted. Then I'll come in with some streaking and stuff from the light rust wash. Holy tongue twister. So that's what I'm going to do. The wash I'll also use in other places that may not be fully rusted, but like around some of the little bolts, things like that. A little bit of run streaks. This here, I'm going to use a little bit of water to help blend things around, and I'll go through and I'll judge. I've got some of the dark behind it already, but that's just kind of giving me a base. The chipping is more for a place to start kind of thing, instead of having to do everything from scratch, but gives you somewhere to start. But I'll also put some chipping up on the top and stuff like that. I'll do that by hand, and of course I'm going to go along and do all the rims, and I've got chipping all along the frame, so I'll do some of that. Then I'll come by after when that's all dry, and I'll do some oil streaks and diesel streaks, things like that, some leaks, different stuff like that. And then I'll come along with the weathering powders and get things dusty and dirty. So I'm going to get to doing this on the engine here first. Then I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, everybody. Well, it's been a while, but I'm back at it here. So as you can see, I've started the rusting. I've got a lot of the chipping done. Doesn't look too bad. I got some oil streaks and stuff like that on here. I'm going to do a little more. Still got to paint the fan belts, and probably do a few detail painting things, but yeah, it's pretty much going to stay like this. Weather it up a little more with some dirt, paint the filters, things like that. But anyways, I got that, and I've also done the frame. Again, same thing. Got to do some black wash, oil stains, dirt, things like that. Got some of the underneath, the differential. It doesn't look too bad. Try and get some of this detail painting in here done. So, it's looking pretty good. I think this will be a nice little, addition to it kind of thing. It'll look good when it's done. Let me see what else I've got I can show you, and then we'll get back to it. So, something else I've gotten painted is the radiator, and looks pretty good. I'm going to do some detail painting on it, and of course do a little bit of rusting, things like that. Now I am going to spray chrome on the grill and get that all done up. At least I think I'm going to spray it chrome. I don't know. I kind of like it black. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just do part of it or something. I don't know. But either way, I want to get some detail painting done on that. I'm going to get some detail painting on this and then continue with the rusting and oiling and stuff like that. And when I get that done, I will come back and show you where I'm at and probably close out the video. So make sure if you're liking this, hit that thumbs up for me. Don't forget to subscribe. It is absolutely free. So if you watch this, you like this, hit that subscribe button for me, please. And if you check in the description, you'll see that I have links for my Instagram and my Facebook group. You'll see updates on there before you'll see a video. So make sure to give them a follow. So give me a couple minutes and I'll be back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. So I've gone through and I've done oil washes and stuff like that. And I'm still going to do more as I go on and as I add more stuff to it. You can see a little bit on the diesel tank there and stuff like that. Did a little more on the engine. I'm getting ready to glue this in. Now that my drive shaft is painted, I can put that in all together. And yeah, so that's ready. Fifth wheel is just sitting there, but I painted that. A little bit of rusty color on the bottom. And I did some stuff here. I still got to add my airline to that. That's just going to sit there for now. Now, I've also painted the cab, as you can see. Doesn't look too bad. This is just the first colorings anyways, because I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put the white and the red stripe. I'm thinking this rib that's right here, I'm going to paint that red, and probably maybe the bottom half of the cab white, and that'll go all the way around. It'll follow this little body line here all the way around. And on the fenders, I'm not sure. I gotta figure out exactly where everything sits, but I'm thinking I might keep this piece blue and have this inner piece, and right here you can see this little groove right here, right? Maybe this piece white, and this blue or black maybe, this front piece here. The hood will stay blue because that's above the line, right? Now, I kind of like it without these side pieces. Now, these pieces here are supposed to get glued on like right there kind of thing, and I had it all mocked up, and it actually looks really good that you can see the engine underneath the hood, right? And yeah, I'm thinking of just leaving it off. So I'm going to put that stuff together. I painted the dash. I got to polish it up a little bit. For some reason, this paint here actually dulls out as it dries. But yet, if you give it a quick polish, it shines right up. See what I mean? Not quite sure why it's doing it, but, it's nice and shiny underneath. No problem. Cab did the same thing, so I'll give that a polish. I'll take the tape off the front because that's supposed to be wood grain there, so that's just taped up at the moment. I got a bunch of stuff painted black for the interior, including the interior. It's all just flat black now. Some of these panels on the side here, I'm going to paint tan. This seat I think I'll leave black, but this seat here, I painted the bottom black. This one here, I might paint tan. I'll tape it here for you so you can see. You're not going to see the back, so don't care about that. May paint that flat black by hand, just to make sure. So yeah, I'm thinking paint this tan, more of like a, canvas type paint, canvas color. Same thing with these inner panels. Back one would be black. This one here. Everything else is just generic in this truck, so I figure I'm just going to leave most of it black, and a lot of it will be hidden anyways. Once you put the seats in and everything else, a lot of it will be hidden. So that's that. I got the mud flaps painted up, flat black at least. It's got some odd markings that showed through the paint, but who cares? It's a mud flap. And if you look at real mud flaps, they actually have certain markings sometimes. Right, so there's that. The steering wheel, again, nothing major. Everything's very generic in this truck, so nothing too fancy. One of the seat bases, for the driver's seat. Front grille, or grille guard, I guess. Now, as you remember, I was thinking I'm painting the grille chrome or something. Well, here's one of the pipes. Now, I'll rust this up, of course, but this is one of the ones that goes across for the smokes, or for the exhaust and stuff like that. And this here is, I believe, one of the air intakes. I think this has to go to, I'm not quite sure where it goes, but yeah, there's another one. That one's chrome. And the grill. So I wanted it rough looking. I didn't want it perfect chrome. I left the back side black, of course. Now I can touch this up. This was a real pain in the butt to mask, but that's that. I'll get this stuff out after. There's I got pieces in here. Hey, I know I said I'd get it out after, but oh well. So there's the grill. Doesn't want to focus on it. So I'll touch up this stuff here, and of course, like I said, this will be in front again on the bumper. All right. So, and I think that'll look pretty good on the blue. The blue blue hood with the chrome grill. I'll rust it up a little bit, and of course, this all the blue stuff is going to get weathered as well, right? So this will all get weathered up top, across the top here, across the top of the red where I do red, and probably weather up a little bit on the doors, where the sun might beat on it a little bit. I still got to put my logo in here, but I got to do that after I do the white, and this will be the logo. I think I showed this once before, but in case you haven't seen it, that's what the logo is roughly going to look like. This was just a rough one. I still got to print them out, make my own decals. This will be here. I think I'm actually using a slightly smaller one, just a little bit smaller. But yeah, so that's the way it's going to look on the door. And like I said, I'll have to try and weather that a little bit. But either way, that's all going to get weathered. Top of the fenders, the hood, things like that. Maybe sun bleach the top of the dash a little bit. Put some dust and dirt on things. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys with this here, and yeah, I'm going to get some more work done. Get some more work done on the bulldozer. So there you go. That's what that's going to look like. And this will be all wood grain, paint the gauges, things like that. That'll look good inside the inside the cab. So, like I said, I'm going to leave you with this here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Go check out my Instagram and my Facebook group. Give me a follow there so you can get updates before the videos come out. I do have a PayPal Me account down there if you feel that you want to help out the channel in any way. Also, if you want, go check out a couple of these videos. They should be right here. And no matter what you're building, just build it your way. And until next time, later.